Hello everyone, Kevin Gergley with Tech Formality here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video on CCleaner and all of its features and usability of the platform overall. And we will get started here in just 1 minute, and we will see you then. Alright, so we're ready to go ahead and get started here. And what you want to do first is go to CCleaner.com. That is their main website there that you can get their platform from. And the website's basically the home page. Has everything you need to know here. First, we're going to look at two different versions that they have. They have CCleaner Free and then CCleaner Professional. So the free edition only comes with standard privacy protection and standard cleaning. Those are the two only options that you get with a free version. On the professional side, however, you do get the two features that are included in the free version. You also get complete PC health check, update apps to reduce security risk, complete cleaning, keeps your browsing history private, detects and removes internet trackers, keeps you from running out of space, priority customer support. So those are the features if you wanted to buy it. It's $24.95. I believe that is a one-time purchase. I'm not sure if they bill you annually or if it's actually a one-time and you own it. So it looks like that's a 1 year. So yeah, that is a 1 year. So that's annually $25, which isn't too bad for all the features that you would be getting with that platform there. So we're going to scroll down here in a minute, and as you can see, that here's some of their statistics from Trustpilot. They have a great rating here. They support 55 different languages, 5 million desktop installs per week, 2.5 billion downloads, and 35 million gigabytes of clean data every month. So Passmark, a third-party specialist, put CCleaner through its paces and tested it. These are the results that were from their tests. So recovers 4 gigabytes of space initially and 34 gigabytes a year. So there's temporary files on your computer and whatnot that are basically hidden and you don't actually know they're there, and they go into different folders and hidden drives and whatnot, so you actually don't see them, but they are clogging up your system. This also gives PCs 28% more free RAM and makes PC boots 53% faster. So faster startup, better performance, and more room for what really matters, as Passmark says. There's some more information on here if you wanted to go down and read. They do have a business platform if you wanted to go for the business side of things, but we're just going to go ahead and get the free version for now and jump right into it. So we'll go and click on the download button, and once again there is the professional version, and it looks like they also have a professional bundle up to 3 PCs, so that's $34 if you wanted to go into that route. And that one actually includes faster long-lasting hard drives, includes such as a defragger to keep hard disk healthy, file recovery, and see inside your PC. Includes Speccy. Speccy is actually a free software that they provide as well, and we can go into that at a different time. But we'll go ahead and click on free download here. And the way CCleaner works is you can either install it as a program or run it as a one-time application. So once this installer comes up, you'll go ahead and click yes here. And just give it a second to load. Once it comes up, you will have either an install or customize button. So this is where you can actually add a desktop shortcut, add CCleaner to add run CCleaner option to recycling bin, add open CCleaner to recycling bin, enable intelligent cookie scan. Then there's more. You can change the path and install it for all users or just yourself. So I'm going to go back and actually hit just the regular install button. It'll install in all the appropriate places of defaults. So now you get an optional offer from the maker of CCleaner, AVG Antivirus Free. They're trying to promote AVG Antivirus. So we're going to go ahead and hit decline on that. And we will let it do its thing. Now this, actually, the one that I just installed is a install program. You can actually go on their website and find the run only application so it doesn't install on your computer. So we will uncheck the release notes and we will actually click Run CCleaner. So once it comes up, this is your main screen here, and you can see in the top left it shows your version you're running of CCleaner free. In the top right it shows your operating system, your processor, RAM, and your video card. So that's all information relevant to your computer there. So it's time for your PC's health check. This is the first step of the installation after it completes. So every month millions of people trust CCleaner to keep their PCs in good shape. So we will go ahead and hit next on that. Boost your PC's performance. Disable unwanted apps to make your PC wake faster. Next. Improve your PC's security. Quickly update apps and close security holes. Next. Maintain your privacy on your PC. Safely remove trackers left by websites. Get more disk space. Safely remove unwanted junk from your machine. And we'll go ahead and hit get started. So it's going to go ahead and go and run through a scan here, and it will tell us the results here in just a second. Now this is a virtual machine, so there won't be really anything on it. So we will go ahead and see what it has to say. Your PC feels under the weather. We've found some issues to resolve. So you can go ahead and click on this, make it better, but first we're going to check these down below and see what it actually is telling us. So there's a privacy, space, speed, and security. These two, speed and security, are pro features. Therefore you have to buy the professional edition, which we were talking about earlier. So we're not going to look at those right now. The privacy, we can actually click on that and it will go into a privacy screen here. Your browsers contain records of where you've been online. Removing these help to protect your privacy. So you can actually uncheck or check cookies for them to remove. History and internet files. History, you might want to uncheck that. Not all people like to have their history deleted. I know I usually don't. I just delete the cookies and temporary internet files. So we'll go back and hit space. And then it shows we found junk on your computer. Removing it will make room for more photos, music, games, and videos. So it found temp files and temporary system files. And these are the files I was talking about that are in the background that you don't really see. However, they are there and taking up space. So we will just go ahead and hit make it better, and this will be an automated process. It will go ahead and delete all the files and do pretty much everything it needs to do. And now you can see your PC is feeling good to go now. Make it feel like a superstar with Pro, so it wants you to upgrade there. Just a promotional feature there. Privacy and space, if you look now down below, you will see 2 green check marks for both of these being completed. So that is done. And then the next item over here to the left is Custom Clean. And this actually allows you to go ahead and select what you want to delete. So you can run down through here, and some of these are unchecked, and that's probably because those are for the paid version. I have not really looked into that, so I'm not sure why they're not. That's actually just default values, so you can actually select and unselect. They aren't pro versions. You can actually select anything from this list. So this is the default out of the box what they recommend deleting. Now you can go through, if you know what you're doing, and delete your desktop shortcuts if you wanted to, start menu shortcuts, DNS cache, Windows A reporting, basically anything on this list you would be able to delete. And there is Microsoft Edge, Edge Chromium, Internet Explorer, Windows Explorer, System, and Advanced. And then if you go up to the top here in the second tab, Applications, you will see Google Chrome. If you have Firefox installed, it would list that here as well. Any other browsers that you might be using. Windows Store, Applications, Multimedia, Utilities, and Windows. So it's actually going to go through and analyze everything. So we will just show you real quick what it does. So if we click on Analyze, this basically is just a scan to see how much memory you'll be saving. Due to the fact that we just did the health check and it deleted everything, it won't find very much here. So as you can see, there are thumbnail caches, 2 files equaling about 1 megabyte. So we will go ahead and hit Run Cleaner and hit Continue, and that'll run the cleaner and actually delete all the files that were listed there. So then that's basically as simple as it is there. Now the registry editor, and Scanner, that's actually the third one down. It will actually scan all of your registry keys and items, and you have the opportunity to fix those issues. So we'll go ahead and click Scan for Issues. And this, like I said, will run through your registry keys, find any kind of issues that might be present. So as you can see, unused file extensions, there's a bunch in here. So these are registry keys that are in the system that aren't being used. And then if they have issues, you can just go down through invalid firewall role, application path, issue, ActiveX, missing shared DLLs. So basically these are just some errors that were found within the registry. So if you click on Review Selected Items or Issues, it is recommended to back up your registry before doing this. So you would click Yes, and you just save your registry to the desktop or wherever. And then you can actually go one by one and select issues if you wanted to. Or you can select Fix All Selected Issues, and that will actually fix all of them. Now you'll notice after you finish that, if you scan again, there are times where more things are discovered, so you can just go back and once it finishes, Review Selected Issues, back it up again if you want, or click No, Fix All Issues, Close, and you might have to do that a few times, but eventually everything will be resolved. So after 4 times, there's still this one coming up, so we're just going to ignore that one because it's clearly not going away, so we're just going to ignore that there, and everything else out of the other 72 items, 71 of them were fixed and completed. The next button we have is the tools. So there's a few different utilities in here. The first one being the uninstall utility. This is the same as going into your control panel and viewing all of your installed applications on your computer. So if we would go into the control panel and then select uninstall program, this is basically the same exact thing that you're looking at here. So with that being said, this also includes Microsoft features. So if there is a feature on here that you absolutely do not want and it's not showing within here, you can actually go over here as well and turn on or off Windows features. So this might actually include some of those files, but this actually just displays everything in one place. So for example, if I don't want Cortana enabled, I can actually run a repair, rename it, delete it, or uninstall it. So if you uninstall it, this app and its related info will be removed from your PC. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Hit OK, and it will uninstall the application. As simple as that. So there's a bunch of things on here. So whenever Microsoft came out with Windows 10, they added it up with a bunch of junkware on there. So for example, the Xbox Game Bar, Xbox Identity Provider. If you don't have an Xbox or use Xbox, these are pretty much useless to you. So if you really wanted to, you can go down through these and uninstall all of these one by one. And that might save you a little space, but I wouldn't really worry about it unless they're annoying to you. The next item is Software Updater. So this will actually scan all of your software on your computer. I don't actually have any applications on this computer right now, so we will go ahead and just ignore that. But if I did have applications, they would all be listed here, and if there were any important updates or patches for that version that you have, it would list that here, and you would have the ability to update and patch directly from this window. Which is very important because if there are security flaws with software, that could put you at risk for viruses or attacks, etc. So just make sure to keep an eye out for programs to update here. And then also the up-to-date program list will be here. Startup, this actually will allow you to modify your startup items. So if you go down through, these are all the items that are running when Windows starts. So for example, this is a virtual machine, so VMware user process, VMware VM3D service, security health, which is a Microsoft item, OneDrive, and CCleaner smart cleaning. So all 4 of these or 5 of these items are just starting whenever Windows starts. So if you wanted to disable one or had something that you didn't want to start each time Windows started, you would click on it and then click disable. And you can see now that it is grayed out. That will mean that it is disabled, and it will show on the left side enabled no. So to re-enable it, all you do is come back in here, click on it, and click enable. And that will then re-enable the application to start automatically when you restart your computer the next time. The next tab is Scheduled Task, and these are the tasks that are in Task Scheduler. So if you open that up, you will then be able to see this is just a mirror of everything that's in here. So these tasks here from Task Scheduler are then displayed on this CCleaner screen. And you can actually go through and disable these as well, or delete them if you do not want the task to install. There's Advanced Mode, which actually shows a lot more items, such as Microsoft Task and Automatic Task. And these are basically tasks that were generated by Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, OneDrive, and CCleaner. So those are programs that I had installed, and those are actually coming up as scheduled tasks without the advanced mode being on. So you can do the same here, disable, and that will disable that task. Click on it again, enable, and that will enable the task. To delete a task, you click on it and click delete, and that will get rid of it completely, and it will no longer run. So if you would want to do that, you could do that as well. Context menu. So this basically shows these directories here. This directory is file ownership, open PowerShell window here, and these are just different types of context. You don't really need to do anything in here. Windows services, these are the services that are running in Windows. This does not list all of them, but if you would go into your task manager, more details, and then services, these are all your services running. So clearly these are only applications that were installed on the computer and not all specifically Microsoft services. So you can actually go on here as well and disable and enable them if you would like. And then the back up to the startup of Windows task, if you go into your task manager as well and click startup, these are all the programs that are meant to start whenever Windows starts. So you can see here that some of these applications are automatically starting up, and it actually measures here on the Windows side their impacted startup. So for example, it shows Microsoft OneDrive is high, so it takes a lot of resources to start that whenever it's coming up. So you can disable that if you would like. Browser plugins, these are just plugins that are installed on your browsers. So Internet Explorer, you can do the same here, disable or delete. Chrome, same thing, you can disable. I don't know if we can disable any of these because they are actually built, yeah, they are all built into Chrome, so you can't really disable those. These will be for manual installed applications or plugins for browsers. So if you do manually install one, you can disable it or delete it that way. Disk Analyzer, scan your computer to find out which types of files are using disk space. So this basically is just an analyzer of your disk and will tell you how many files you have and if they need defragmented. So it just gives you basically an overview of all of your drives on your computer. Duplicate Finder, search for duplicate files. If you do have duplicate files on your computer, you can go through these different types of criteria and search and find. You can actually set up to include all the C drive. You can exclude a drive or a path if you want to. And then once you're done, it will give you the option to delete those files if they are actually duplicates or if they're just different copies of that individual file. System Restore, this gives you the ability to perform a system restore, or this actually just shows you all your system restore checkpoints. So this is the latest one, manage all your system restore checkpoints. The latest one is disabled for system safety. So you can actually remove the last one. If there were multiples here, they would show, and then you can revert directly from here. However, there is only one, so you can't remove it or revert to it from here. You would have to go through the Windows utility. The drive wiper, securely erase the contents or free space on a drive. So we can actually select the entire drive, and you can either do a very complex overwrite, a complex overwrite, advanced overwrite, or simple overwrite. So depending on what you want to do with the drive, you can actually select it, and you cannot select your operating system, drive. That is why we cannot select the C drive. But if we did have a D drive or a different drive installed, we can go on here and actually wipe the drive from this utility. So and then you would just click on the drive letter here and click wipe. Into the options, there's not really much in here. Settings, this is the home screen. You can either go to the custom clean or health check, launch computer or CCleaner with the computer each time it starts, add CCleaner to recycling bin context menu, add open CCleaner to recycling bin context menu. Secure deletion, normal is faster. You can change it to secure file deletion, which is slower, and it will take more time to do that. Cookies, this is where you can add cookies to whitelist or blacklist. Include, select additional files and folders you would wish CCleaner to remove. So if there's a specific path you wanted to remove, you can fill this information out and CCleaner would delete that on the next cleaning process. Exclude, same thing. You can actually exclude files or folders in order to prevent those from being deleted at any time. Scheduling, this is a pro feature only and provides you with the ability to run a health check or custom scan at any time on a schedule. So you can select either weekly, monthly, daily, yearly, whatever you want to select it as for these to automatically run. That is a pro feature, so you would have to purchase the professional version to do that. Smart cleaning, it is enabled, and tell me when there are junk files. So this is a notification service, which is also a professional feature, as well as the automatic browser cleaning. These are all professional features. So those, you'll have to purchase the professional version for that as well. Users, it's currently set up for the current user only. All users would be pro or selected users. So this has to be installed on a specific profile that you want to use. I know that whenever we installed it, it said we could either select all computer profiles or the individual profile, and I only selected the current user only, so that's why it's only allowing me to do this at this point. Update, keep CCleaner updated automatically, send notifications when there is a new version of CCleaner. Advanced, changing result levels of detail. We can do an advanced report, a file list. Only delete files in Windows temp files or folders that are older than 24 hours. Only delete data in recycling bin older than 24 hours. Hide warning messages, close program after custom scan, shut down after custom scan. Show prompt to backup registry issues, minimize to system tray, save all files to INI, skip user account control warning, and enable Windows jump list tasks. So these are all advanced features. If you actually don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't touch any of these items and just leave them as default. Privacy, there are improvements here. Help improve this app and our other products by sharing app data usage with us. You can turn that off if you would not like to share your data with them. Offers, see possible upgrades and offers, and then see offers for third-party products. So you can turn those two things off as well if you would not like that. And then about, there's just a button here. It shows you your version you're on, and it will have the option to upgrade to Pro or start a free trial. And then there's an upgrade button here as well, which takes you to this screen, and you can see that from actually going to download the program and installing their free version, they are giving you a discount of $20 now, so it's $5 cheaper than it was versus actually looking on their website. So with that being said, that is CCleaner in a nutshell. That is their interface. It's quite user-friendly. It does have a lot of good features, and it does do the job well. So once you know that you have some junk files on your computer or registry issues, I definitely would recommend using CCleaner to fix those registry issues or performing a health check that automatically cleans your computers from temporary and internet files that are slowing things down. If you guys have any questions, feel free to send me a private message or go to the website techformality.com and click on the contact button at the top right. And once you do that, I will go ahead and get back in contact with you as soon as I can. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe to see my latest videos in tech news, tech reviews, and tech guides. That's all for now. Thank you for watching and have a great day.